Hey guys, what's going on? ThirdStreet Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're back with Attack on Titan, guys, for Season 2, Episode 6. Zach, last episode, you remember what happened? We had a little flashback. And
That was the episode that, at the end of it, Amir, she's missing her leg and an arm, right, and was laying there after the other team showed up. Aaron, Mikasa, and Armin.
They came,
Armin?
they came kicking some ass. Armin, yeah.
Okay. They came in, kicked some ass.
Mm-hmm. They definitely did, because Krista, do you remember that we learned a little bit about her backstory?
Yeah, she's a fucking nobleman's daughter with some mistress, and they forced her into whatever the fuck. The
well, they kind of hit her. Well, he had her hidden away because she would be, I think, killed as an infant.
Yeah.
So they sent her to the Scouts, which is probably like the least safe places to be.
Yeah.
But no,
I thought they said they forced her into the Scouts. So someone said that she was forced into the Scouts.
You might be right.
In the end, clever bastards forced her to join the Cadet Corps.
So, yeah, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
She fucking tears part of her skirt off at some point.
Yeah.
Reiner's
Marry me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that humor, it sticks around for a little bit.
Well, that humor's everywhere in a lot of Japanese work, and I don't mind it. I mean, especially when it pays off well.
Yeah.
It's everywhere in Brotherhood.
Did you like the flashback with the stuff with the mirror, revealing that she was that little weird Titan? What'd you think of that thing?
A fucking horrible thing.
Yeah, it's a horrible little munchkin, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's like, how did this happen?
There's so much to this world.
But there's so many other shitty-looking Titans, I guess. You know, some people just don't have luck at the draw, so it's...
Well, yeah, I think that's better than all the other ones.
Nose and shit.
Yeah, all the other regular Titans, I think it's better than all those.
I don't mind... fuck it. No.
What?
No. Just a fucking horrible, ugly, fucking...
Remember the guy with the mustache?
Yeah, it's just some guy with a bowl cut.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah, they come back like that shit. He didn't even have a bowl cut.
Well, in her case, she wasn't even a man.
Correct.
So it's female Titan.
So with Annie, yeah. To be honest, I'm kind of unclear as the reason. I have a lot of answers that you don't have, but I don't know if that answer has been given to me. I don't think it has, actually. So,
yeah.
But Annie, I mean, maybe they were just, when they were designing it, they designed it, and they came up with the story later. I don't know.
Well, that happens in a lot of things.
Oh, yeah,
it's like, this looked really cool in the story. Now we have to come up with a reason to have it in there.
It's weird how some of my favorite things that you think it's all plotted out in the very beginning, it's not.
No, because sometimes it takes too fucking long.
Make sure you check out our Clone Wars, and we also have Andor, one of the best shows that I think we've ever watched. And I'm also doing The Bad Batch. So we appreciate you. We're going to jump into Attack on Titan now, Season 2, Episode 6. Let's go. Let me close my eyes. I won't be crying. Maybe I would. I don't know. Now, I will say, you had a little inkling that they might be involved in skullduggery.
Well, I definitely remember calling, I should say calling, but wondering about Reiner in that one scene, but it was for a completely different reason.
Yeah, but then since then, you've seen him, save his, he saved their lives and stuff, and like he said, he's gone native.
Yeah.
He's someone who has learned to love these people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what you're kind of seeing there. It'll get
he's
more
going soft.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. But they were sent there. It's
kids.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest shockers in the show. I remember, to me, I was going fucking nuts when I saw it. I couldn't fucking believe it. Now, you kind of knew about him, but I think Bertol,
there wasn't anything clued in about him. I mean, other than the fact that he's best buds with Reiner.
Yeah, he doesn't talk like he's tall. He ain't that tall. Yeah, I mean.
No, and I don't know. He never really said shit.
He doesn't have the most character compared to Reiner. I like Reiner quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a badass. He risked his life, but he is he's responsible essentially for, Aaron's mother dying and everything.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So, but that was 5 years ago, and they were kids.
Like, hey.
Yeah. So you did see a flashback scene last episode, and you were kind of like, "Wait, when was that?" And I was like trying to tell you off the scent. But okay, so there is more to that scene that you'll find out about later. But you're right; they were much younger. They were kids.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things you send kids to do something terrible and they do it.
The child soldiers.
Yeah, that's an awful thing. But they're still yeah. I love Ryan.
Jack. Little Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, little Jack, and his son, little Jack.
What are you talking about?
Talking about Ryan's son Jack, Metal Gear Solid 4. So it was kind of funny seeing it again. Like, he just kind of nonchalantly said, "Oh yeah, he's colossal."
Yeah, just hey, we breached the wall.
Yeah, we're responsible. Our goal was for the extermination of humanity.
And the Armored Titan, he's colossal.
Yeah, it was because it's one of those things where he says
it's a pretty sweet deal, man.
Just come with us.
Yeah, just come.
So I remember hearing it. I was I was kind of feeling the way you felt. I was like, what? He's just saying it nonchalantly? Is it even, I didn't believe it almost. Mm-hmm. But then, so Reiner, and we'll get more into this later, he's not completely right upstairs. Just because of, how committed he was to being a scout.
Well, it's almost like he's been given the opportunity to lead a different life.
Yeah.
But he's still stuck with whatever sentence he's been given by the people that sent him there.
Yeah, so it's just, I guess the questions are well, who sent him and why does he feel like...
Because obviously Bertolt, now looking back, when he was talking about, when Bertolt was saying no, he used to be more of a warrior.
Yeah.
And now it's obvious what he meant. So Bertolt's always been that fucking guy that's like, hey, we gotta be good, we gotta do what we're here to do. And Reiner's the one that's got more passion in his heart, which can lead people astray.
What's crazy to me is the answers that you might be the questions that you have. I feel like you'll like the answers. I feel like they're really good. I just can't wait to get into them. My favorite part about the show is some of those questions and answers, and I'm actually past a lot of that stuff now, and it's kind of in the end game. And I haven't watched any of the new, I saw a little bit of part A of the 3-part final season.
Well, I'm just really waiting on something extraordinary to happen, because most of this shit's just been these horrible things happening to people, and these horrible things.
Surprise, motherfucker, your friends have one of these things.
Yeah, and these horrible things are just still running around eating people, and I haven't been given much to really say, man, I really love this show. I don't yet.
Yeah.
No, I think it's good, but I don't love it, and I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for something.
Well, I
haven't been given yet, but I'm waiting.
You'll get. Well, here's a few things. I very much, just knowing you and what you like, and I guess I'll just say one thing. When it comes to history, things that I think interest you in history, you'll like it just for that. And I think you'll like it just for, because later you're going to see, just Levi and Erwin later on, you're going to see some cool shit. That was all I took for me. And there's another character I think you will specifically like. I think he's a piece of shit, but I think you will like him. And so you'll see some big character stuff later. I personally love the mystery. But obviously when you have mystery, this is the thing about, I think, Star Wars Episode 7. This is the thing about Lost. You can set up all these questions, and it's amazing, but you got to have good answers. And I think this show does that. I think because it writes checks. Oh, this guy's this guy's that, and they're from there. And you go, oh, what is this? Why? And then it tells you where and why. And I think it's
check bounce, or is it?
Yeah, does it bounce? Yeah. And in the case of for me, I like the answers we got for the sequel trilogy, and I like 98% of the answers we got for Lost. But yeah, Historia Rice, the Rice family, they are important.
Is it spelled Rice, or is it spelled R-E-I-S? Which I think is more the Germanic way of spelling.
It is R-E-I-S-S, actually, I think.
Yeah, I think it's right.
I wrote it phonetically, Rice.
So did I, because I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I forgot that Hannes was still alive. I thought that motherfucker kicked the bucket. I don't know why.
No.
Yeah.
I just remember him having some moments where he...
Yeah.
I can't remember the moments now, but I remember we saw him.
Yeah. So, when we talk about maybe some of the questions we have for the show, we do know that there is a civilization. They don't remember anything past 100 years, or at least there's no history of it. That's illegal, I should say. And then they don't know what's out there. But Armin has a book, an illegal book that talks about mountains and fire and
the world outside,
oceans and stuff like that. Yeah. Where is Annie, Reiner, and Bertolt from, and why? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm intrigued about Annie. I want to learn what the hell's going on with her.
Well, I mean, there's some...
obviously, she's in the chrysalis.
Yeah. There are some things concerning that topic that that hasn't been revealed to me yet.
Okay.
But I think, the big answers, what the fuck are these guys doing? That I do know that, and I like it quite a bit. So, you did... I can't say it. We've talked about Japanese culture and the things that influence them.
Yeah. Predominantly in a lot of their shit, especially some of my favorites, like Jinro, for instance.
Okay.
There's a lot of influence from Germany, and there are ties to Germany during the World War.
Okay, well, Second
World War.
For you saying that, I think it's the most true for this show. And
the most true.
Yeah, because like we talk about it for Full Metal.
Well, the influences there.
The influence.
Like a World War One, and like the Germans. Like obviously the Emestrians are meant to be at least Scandinavian or Germanic because they all have blonde hair, blue eyes, even though that wasn't their Germanic trait.
Yeah.
So Germans, dark hair, dark eyes.
Yeah. Well, it evolved over there.
A lot of Auburns.
Yeah. So I guess some of those things I think you appreciate more than some people. That'll come out later on. I mean, I feel like people will be like, "Shit, you're fucking telling too much." So I won't say anything else. But
well, I mean, you can see it in a lot of already in a lot of the names.
Just the names, yeah. They're just pretty on the nose.
Place names, the kind of it's very World War One-ish. Mm-hmm. Not so much 2, obviously, but 2 saw a lot more mechanization.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which we're not seeing here. If we're going to, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Is there a reason? I mean, besides the fact they're trying.
Well, obviously, they want him, and they took the 2 Titans. They took him and they took Ymir. So they're there. Yeah. At least they are. Yeah. For them, I don't know what the fuck that Sasquatch man's doing, running around with his goofy ass long arms and his fat ass. And he's not in the fat ass in a good way either. No. Like, he just got this big weird shaped body.
Yeah, it's just gangly.
A little pinhead with little skinny arms.
Like a hairy Jim Carrey. Like he looks like.
No, he's not, because Jim Carrey's at least skinny from head to toe.
What's it gangly? It's like.
No, it's not, because his body is like he's got these really big fucking trunks for legs, and really big shoulders, and like a little pinhead, and really long gangly arms.
Oh yeah, he's not like I was thinking of the Grinch because he's skinny arms, but he's kind of, not a really lean body. It's a little.
There's nothing, not even like remotely to say like, oh, it's not really lean. No, like the female Titan was lean.
Oh no,
whatever Titan Aaron is lean.
Specifically the Beast Titan.
Yeah, no, he has like lean arms.
Yeah,
but like
everything
really
else
long and weird. The rest of them is this weird.
And you figured
stumpy legs.
Well, like thus far that you've seen, they kind of put an emphasis on his throwing ability. You figured like.
What's what he's doing? Which shows intelligence.
Yeah, well, the idea is like that he, like there's an emphasis on his throwing ability and you figured that like, and I know there's skinny pitchers out there that can throw 105 miles an hour, but I think as a visual cue, you figured he'd have bigger arms.
Yeah.
Even though we know biometrically it's more about form.
Yeah.
But as a visual cue,
like a punch.
Yeah.
You don't have to be humongous.
You don't.
To
but
throw
you see Mike Tyson,
you're
like, well, I'm sure he can punch harder than this dude.
Well, Mike Tyson was like an anomaly.
Yes. Is there anything in your eyes Reiner and Bertolt can do to kind of make up for things? Besides the fact you can't say they were kids.
Thus far, they have not focused as much on them being pieces of shit because most of the time you see them as fellow compatriots.
Yeah, and they put their neck on the line. Yeah.
So, but now that you know that they caused everything,
yeah.
I mean, Aaron and the rest of them deserve their revenge, and they deserve to die.
If I was Aaron, I feel like, after what he went through, I feel like there's not much anyone can do to make me feel...
Obviously, just like Reiner, it's becoming hard for him to separate what he's doing there versus what he was sent to do.
Yeah.
Aaron's finding it harder to separate his teammates and these experiences he's had with them.
Yeah.
Compared to what they've caused.
Yeah.
And it's just like when he was crying, when he was falling down, when he was holding him because of the betrayal.
Yeah.
Because of, all this revelation.
He certainly feels betrayed. And you will see a fight after this.
I'd have to wonder, though, how good he's going to hold up. Because that fucking armor titan.
Yeah.
I mean, the Colossal Titan's huge. It's kind of slow. You can see them outmaneuvering it.
Yeah.
But that fucking armor titan is just like a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Like you see in the intro, when they showed them lining up against each other, like facing off, he's so much smaller.
Yeah.
So, and not in a way that makes him to where he'd be like so much faster, like with the Colossal Titan.
Yeah.
Like the Armor Titan could still be pretty damn fast, and he's armored. And except for the all little ODM guys that can help out. That's about it.
You're painting a realistic portrayal of him, but the Armor Titan, he is armored, but Aaron's Titan. Can't say anything. God.
Well, it's the thing. It hasn't shown me though what he can do because he got his ass whipped by Annie.
Yeah, but we also know
the first time.
Yeah.
The second time, I guess he put up more of a fight, but I can't really remember if he really whipped her ass or if
he was going ballistic.
Yeah.
And he kind of
berserker
wore her down.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of things. Annie was trying to flee and trying to get over the wall and run away.
She wasn't actually squaring up like she did the first time.
No, not after I think he started going ballistic.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing. I'll just repeat something you said was, Annie knew what she was doing. She's a little proficient, not just as a fighter, but probably in terms of using that ability. Mm-hmm. So you got to imagine 5 years ago they were in control of what they did.
Yeah. Well, my point though is that how is Aaron going to stand a chance? Because these people are that proficient, and the Armor Titan, even if he does go berserk, he's a lot more powerful.
Those are all good questions.
He's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
He's armored.
Yeah.
And he has the skill set.
Well, you're talking about something that people talk about to this day, in terms of.
So obviously it may not go that way that I'm thinking, and it's like, how could it not happen?
Well, I don't want to say anything, but I can't say anything.
Well, just by you saying that tells me what's probably going to happen here, and it's like, how could it possibly happen? There's no way it could.
I guess what I'm saying is when you have two. I can't really say anything because I have to talk about how much time goes by and everything else, and if they ever fight again, which you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, it doesn't have to come to a head right now.
Yeah, I guess
because do I think the Colossal Titan are we in season 2?
Yes.
Right, middle of the season.
Yes.
Oh, that shit ain't gonna go down right now. As far as one of them dying,
can't really say anything, but I mean that's probably what I would think, and I would like to think that'd probably be right most of the time. Yeah. You watch enough TV to probably know that. So
just bad timing.
It would be bad timing in my opinion.
Unless it's like a Game of Thrones moment where they can just. Well, no, Ned died at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
Oberyn died at the end of season 5.
Yeah.
Well,
we had a few people die, didn't we? People we liked.
And Rob died at the end of the season, right? Wasn't the Red Wedding at the end of the season?
Season 2 or something.
Yeah.
That was hitting me hard. Yeah.
And then who else died?
Jon Snow died, and then people who read the book. That's the last thing that people who read the books read was him dying.
Okay, so that was season 6 or season 5.
I think that was season 5, and then a show came out.
So 4.
And then they had to wait years.
So it's 4 Oberyn.
Yes. Pretty sure.
The Desert Viper or whatever he's called. Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
I thought that was where the books ended.
No, it ended on Jon Snow's death.
Okay, so then that was season 5.
And that's the last thing because people always have theorized that, Melisandre is there, so we think he is good. So people thought that for 10 years until they finally got to that point in the show. Sorry, I spit on you. But anyways, with this show, you're honestly, more than me, I think you predicted some things. And you've done a good job, but there are some things I think you won't be able to predict. So
no, because I'm not given enough. Yeah. I'm not given very much evidence for anything to follow. I don't even know what I'm following. I don't even know if I need to follow anything. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the hell's going on here. There's just a bunch of fucking things running around eating people and giving me these horrible experiences.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, you get, I don't know, a hot blonde in there or something.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something about Historia. She's a cutie. I know she's a cartoon character. I know she's...
Annie.
Well, Annie, yeah. She's a cutie too. Yeah.
Historia's a little too
cute.
Too cute.
A little too cute. I get that. I understand that. The one thing I'll leave with is... they were talking about we were kids when we had to do this specific thing.
Yeah. And
I think that's important going forward. And also, Aaron was a kid as well. They're a little bit older. They're only a couple years older than Aaron. Mm-hmm. But it's funny, in anime, you notice, I notice in every Gundam show I've ever watched, kids who are 14 or 15, they're way shorter than adults. Even women, they're way shorter than women who are adults. Yeah. And then when they're kids, they just make them all taller.
They're adults.
Yeah, and when they're adults, we see that in this too. Mm-hmm. We see if you go back to the first season, how much shorter they are than Hannes.
Because we know that's not technically true. Because
no, it's not. You were that tall since you were 13 or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was about this tall since I was about the same age. Cause I was way taller than everyone in 7th, 8th grade, and I fucking didn't grow anymore.
My oldest daughter, she's already around 5. That fucker's about to go. It's gonna fall ass backwards off the table. Now look at it. Like a dog stretching.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
But anyway, yeah, she's 5'6".
Yeah, she's tall for a girl, right? She's only 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if she didn't grow anymore, she'd be taller than most girls.
14.
Okay. Well, if she didn't grow anymore, she'd be taller than most girls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's already pretty tall. That's an age, but I get where they're going with it in terms of storytelling.
Yeah, it's just a visual cue to the audience that, these are still kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
there's always these shots
you
where
pretty much are still a kid until you're 30. So
I was. I still probably am a little bit.
Well, this is how it is. Most people don't. There's youthful.
Well, even Spartans didn't get married to their 30.
Well, there's ideas in your head even that stay with you until you reach that point of midlife.
Maybe you're talking about people being broken down or something, or despair.
They need to be, yeah.
Maybe.
You need to be broken down.
Yeah.
Broken in.
Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, so they're going off the cliff. They're going to be a fight. You had all these, I think, good questions. I think you'll pretty much be satisfied. I mean, it's just there's a lot of episodes to watch. You know what I mean? So a lot of answers to get. A lot of
seasons are out right now.
They're in the last part of the last season. Which,
yeah, but that didn't tell me how many.
I'm trying to. I think there's like this is 2, right?
Aren't there 5 or 6?
There's like 5.
Okay.
So there's not a lot. I mean, like the first season is by far the longest. Mm-hmm. But I think it you've probably noticed this one's been a little faster.
Yeah.
Except for all those shitty ass summaries in the beginning. Yeah. Anyways, I don't think I got anything else. We talked about this a lot, and I want to do something else before that's over. Okay, we're out of here.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in here. If you like what we do, like and subscribe. You're gonna find us on Instagram, Twitter. I don't know. There's a link tree. Probably has some other shit. Is there anything else? See, I don't.
It's all in the
you would probably know before I would know.
We got merch.
So we'll see.